It's time again for another edition of the CEO's blog. John, thanks for joining us today. Let's talk about the big meeting at Tabcorp Park Menangle last Saturday night. It was a great night of racing, some good results, and some good results for the New South Wales breeding industry as well.
Yes, Amanda, and good morning today. APG, it's been an institution now for 18 years, and the result, Luminaire, certainly was the icing on the cake for New South Wales. Not only was Luminaire a New South Wales, Alabad New South Wales Breeders' Challenge eligible horse, so were 5 of the other horses in the race, including the first 4. So as far as the breeding scene's going in New South Wales, we're going very strong, and it's also pleasing to note that the services from this past season have just been completed, and there were more mares served in New South Wales than the previous year. So we're hitting the right points, I believe, but we have to work harder with the breeding industry.
Yeah, well, the review into the Breeders' Challenge bonuses closed last week, but and it is now being reviewed. But part of the current system is this Group 1 bonus, which we've had some good results in that as well this season.
Yeah, well, Luminaire, of course, it won a Group 1 race, so for the breeder, it receives a bonus. But so far this season, we've distributed 8 of those bonuses, and it's very interesting to note that Graham Bullock's Red Hot Tooth has collected 2 of those for Group 1 wins in the Trotters races in Victoria. So the money is there to be certainly collected by breeders. They don't have to ring us and ask us for it. Of course, we distribute it, but still, that's part of that review. It's eligibility and the bonus system that we're carefully looking at, and we received the submissions. There weren't too many of them, but we'll work through those and come back in due course.
Okay, well, Saturday night at Menangle was the Bulli Carnival of Cups meeting. It was the second last leg of the Carnival of Cups bonus, and now we move into the Carnival of Cups at Newcastle this Saturday night, which is the final leg of the Carnival of Cups bonus with the Roskig Mile.
Yeah, and a good field. Only 8 runners, but still it's a very competitive field, and we'll get a very worthy winner. But with that bonus, this year Harness Racing New South Wales has decided to announce the bonus winners at the awards night. At the awards night, we'll also announce all the individual clubs that win the different awards. But we've put that bonus on that night to sort of make the night a little bit more inclusive of all the Carnival Cups races. And of course, there's more Carnival Cups races to come. We've still got Cara to be run, and Peak Hill and Fairfield. So over the next few weeks, the Carnival Cups, the TAB Carnival Cups for this year, will roll out. Yes,
okay. And talking about Newcastle, they used to have this Hunter to Hawkesbury series, so we'll go from the Hunter to the Hawkesbury. The Hawkesbury training track, they had a working bee there just the other day. Oh
yes, I must commend all those trainers that rolled up the sleeves, grabbed hold of a rake or a shovel or a wheelbarrow and got in and did some cleaning up around the Hawkesbury training facility. What is very, I can say, is that Harness Racing New South Wales are getting much closer to putting a bid in for that property. We've cleared a couple of hurdles with the government, and depending on the price, of course, we could have that owned by Harness Racing New South Wales, part of our future-proofing our industry going forward. So Hawkesbury's on the move, and with Hawkesbury also, it is, I believe, the first point where the Trotters Association are producing a promotional video in the next week or 2.
I was going to say the track is under the spotlight next week. So yeah, the Trotters video, they'll film there next Monday and at some other locations as well. So watch that space. Let's talk about incidents at tracks.
Well, unfortunately, last weekend there was an incident that could have really upset us all. We had a person, Troy Fletcher, was tipped out from a horse in a green trial at Cowra, and the horse escaped Troy because he was on the ground. Troy was admitted to hospital, but we've got all clear there. But the horse was injured, and we're doing everything that we can with veterinary work to help make sure that horse is in good health and well cared for. But what's really important is when we have incidents like this at trials or at training incidents on racetracks that are under the control of Harness Racing New South Wales, that those people who are there report it into Graham Lock or the nearest regional steward, so that we are aware that things are happening, and if we can help, we have those things in place. Reporting to insurance companies and everything is what we need to do. There are time limits on some of these things, and we're out there to protect and look after our participants, but we need to know. And whenever these things happen, we're not looking to investigate and find anybody culpable. We're only wanting to know, have this information readily available so we can act on it.
Okay, well, we started this edition of the CEO's blog talking about good results for New South Wales, so let's end it that way as well. We had some good results for the New South Wales mini trot drivers over in New Zealand last week. Yeah, so
it was fantastic, as many people out there, especially mini trot world, will know. We sent 2 representatives to New Zealand this year. The first time we've done that, a girl and a boy, to represent New South Wales in their what we consider their national championship, and it was fantastic that Andrew Burke won the championship. It was really good. Andrew will now progress up into the more senior ranks in harness racing, and we wish him all the well, and we know he has a bright future there. But to Gemma Howard-Coney, I spoke to her father, Greg, this morning, and he was really, really, really happy with how it all went. He expressed to me he was a little bit hesitant. He didn't know too much about it before they took that trek to New Zealand, but it certainly educated Gemma. It certainly helped Andrew, and Gemma performed very, very admirably as well. She finished 5th in the competition, so it all means good for New South Wales. We have our education processes in place. We have our subsidies in place, and we can only work even more with the mini trots participants and administrators in bringing these children through into our senior ranks. So well done, Andrew. Well done, Gemma. You represented New South Wales very, very well. Okay, John, and is there anything else you'd like to talk about this week? Nothing that I know of, but thanks for putting me on the spot. No worries. Thanks for joining us for this week's edition of the CEO's blog. Thanks, Amanda.